In 1984, little Bastian Bux watched as the unforgettable heroes from the NeverEnding Story battled against the Nothing to save a kingdom from certain doom. The fantasy family film still resonates, but what's become of its actors? Here's what the cast of the NeverEnding Story looks like today. Barret Oliver. Former child star Barret Oliver got his big Hollywood break by playing our heroic reader Bastian Bux in the NeverEnding Story.
But it's only a story. It's not real. It's only a story.
He went on to claim starring roles in Tim Burton's 1984 short film Frankenweenie, 1985's family sci-fi film Daryl, and Ron Howard's Cocoon. In 1985, Oliver told Starlog, "I don't regret that I decided to become an actor. Besides, if I don't like it at any time, I can stop." And in 1989, he did just that. Oliver is now a photographic historian who literally wrote the book on the Woodbury-type printing process of the 19th century. He briefly returned to the front of the camera in 2007 when he starred in a short documentary about his craft called In the Usual Manner. Noah Hathaway. Atreyu was something of a comeback kid in the NeverEnding Story. He endured the depressing death of his horse and still managed to battle back existential forces of destruction. His real-life counterpart, Noah Hathaway, seems to share that resilience. The actor has returned to Hollywood after nearly 20 years away from the spotlight. Before the NeverEnding Story, Hathaway's credits included 1978's Battlestar Galactica, as well as appearances on many popular shows like Mork and Mindy, Chips, and Laverne and Shirley. He quit the business after starring in 1986's Troll because, as he told the News Tribune, he just wanted to drop off the radar and be a regular human being for a while. After his career as a child star, Hathaway worked in finance and tattoo artistry and decided to return to show business in 2012 when he landed a role in Sushi Girl and began writing his own screenplays. Tami Stronach. The childlike empress had no screen experience to speak of when she nabbed the iconic role in the NeverEnding Story. Tami Stronach explained to Slash Film that she was accidentally spotted by a casting agent who arrived for lunch early. Stronach almost completely disappeared from the screen to focus on professional dancing, which she employed in a 2008 foreign language TV musical where she played a dancing doll. Now she runs her own company in New York, and her decision to pursue a mostly non-Hollywood life was intentional, saying, "I love dancing and acting equally, and when we were thrown a lot of these odd scripts, we just looked at each other and said, we're not going to play this game, right? I made a decision that I would throw myself into dance and that if I really missed acting, I would return to it as an adult. So that's what I did, and I ended up dancing for 20 years professionally in New York." She did end up frequenting the stage for several years and helped develop the Paper Canoe Theater Company once she started to miss the acting business. Deep Roy. The actor who played Teeny Weeny has had a long and fruitful career in show business. The Kenya-born Deep Roy might actually be better known for his parts in other TV and film roles, like Mr. Sin in Doctor Who, Mr. Soggy Bottom in Big Fish, the Oompa Loompas in Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Keenser in the Star Trek films. Although Roy was almost a decade into his career before he starred in the NeverEnding Story, it was one of his first big film roles. He's pretty much been acting consistently since 1976, and unlike his co-stars, he shows no signs of stopping. Tilo Pruckner. German actor Tilo Pruckner would hardly be recognizable to those who saw him in the NeverEnding Story, since so much makeup work went into becoming his character, the Nighthawk. However, Pruckner has been acting in films and television for decades and has over 200 credits to his name, starting all the way back in the late 60s. Most of his work has been in Europe, and the NeverEnding Story was no exception, as it was filmed primarily in director Wolfgang Petersen's native West Germany. Gerald McRaney. The role of Bastian's dad in the NeverEnding Story was brief, but actor Gerald McRaney has enjoyed a lot more screen time in his subsequent projects. He developed a great small screen resume before landing the small supporting role in the movie, and he's since continued to thrive on television. Most notably, he starred in Simon & Simon for 8 seasons before becoming the titular father character in the 1989 sitcom Major Dad. He also enjoyed regular roles on Deadwood, Jericho, House of Cards, and in 2016 appeared as a part of the ensemble cast of the NBC drama This Is Us. Alan Oppenheimer.
My little friends.
The voice actor responsible for most of the NeverEnding Story's most memorable non-human characters, including the Rockbiter, Falkor, and Gamork, was Alan Oppenheimer, who's had an illustrious career in front of the mic and the camera. His screen appearance credits include an Emmy-nominated guest role on Murphy Brown, but his voice credits are practically never-ending. He's perhaps best known for his work on Filmation's version of the Ghostbusters and Transformers.
Yeah! All right, knights, let's go blam zing 'em!
And He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Silence, you fuddy fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
Even with all those amazing credits, he'll always be old Falkor to us. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for another channel exploring cool topics in unusual and super entertaining ways, then go check out Wisecrack. They're a collective of comedians, academics, filmmakers, and artists who are super curious about the world around us. Wisecrack releases addictive new videos every week. Click here to visit their channel page and subscribe. One of our favorites is their video about the hidden meaning in Disney's Frozen. So go subscribe to Wisecrack and tell them Looper sent you.